All right, so let me just formally again say welcome to this call tonight. You are here for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences as much as I believe in divine intervention. So if you're on the call, something in you compels you to be present and to get this information, and I just want to honor and acknowledge that. It is time to heal everything, not just everything, everything. Heal everything. So as we converse tonight, many of you have seen me hashtagging heal everything. That is the message I'm broadcasting everywhere. And if there's something that I say tonight that really makes you say, Tamer, that was good, I want you to share it. I want you to share it, and you can use the hashtag heal everything so people will know where you're getting some of these goodies from tonight. The information that you need will come to you when you make up your mind that it's time to heal. So tonight is no different. So you probably want to have some pen and paper if you're not driving and you're settled in your space, because I'm going to be teaching you how 6 is the number that Spirit has been using to help you understand what you need to heal. And numbers are just one of many of God's languages that helps us understand patterns and universal laws. And sometimes we call these languages numerology, cosmology, astrology. Tonight I'm calling it the power of 6. So I'm keeping it simple and straight to the point. We're going to call it the power of 6. So why are we talking about the power of 6? I have always been interested in numbers all my life. 3, 6, 9, and 7 in particular were numbers that stuck out to me throughout the years. So when I heard Nikola Tesla's quote that if you understand 3, 6, and 9, you will understand the universe, something in my solar plexus went boom. I mean, such a simple statement. I didn't even know at the time when I heard that quote what that meant, but I knew that it was resonating deeply with me. And so I built in the vibrations of 3, 6, and 9 into my lifestyle. And what I experienced for myself is that my finances increased, my emotional and physical health improved, and I began to see these divine patterns that I never paid attention to before in everything, in nature, in words. I could just see the patterns of 3, 6, and 9. And it was the vibration of 6 that shaped the foundation for our upcoming 6-week womb healing intensive. 6 is coined by many in numerology as the motherhood number, or the number of divine femininity. So 3 is the universal blueprint. 9 is the manifestation of what 6 accomplishes when there is perfect balance and harmony. 6 is womb energy. That's probably why I resonate with it so much. 6 is womb energy. It bursts the bridge between the physical and spiritual realm. All right, and the number 6 is the mother number. It's essentially a working, building number. Numerologists call it a feminine number. They have, gender, the energy of the numbers. They describe it as feminine or masculine. And so many numerologists call 6 a feminine number. It's the mother number. It also symbolizes responsibility and service, which is achieved through love, nurturing, and protection. It's unique in comparison to other numbers. It's the smallest integer. It's not a prime or square number. It's the smallest Granville number or perfect number, which means that 6 equals the sum of its dividers, which are 3. 6 is the only number which is the sum of 3 consecutive numbers, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6, which that is a big message about divine order. I love that. And it's the only even number which is in the sum of odd cubes, which are successive. So 6 is unique. It brings the message of balance. Get things in order. And even if you look at nature, you can identify the vibration of 6. Like if you look at the inside of a tomato or pepper, you'll notice 6 little chambers. Or the work of Dr. Emoto, he's the one who did studies on water molecules. And when you look at magnified photos of water crystals or snowflakes, you'll see 6 points. You'll see patterns of 6 in those images. Or if you look at a honeycomb, they're shaped as 6-sided hexagons, right? In the ancient world, our ancestors knew the power of 6. You would find symbolism of 6. The Star of David, which is an ancient Jewish symbol, has a 6-pointed star. And those 6-pointed symbols often were communicating healing and health and wellness. And even in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, you see the number 666, which is referred to the mark of the beast. And some people have a negative connotation with that because, they consider it the mark of the beast. But if you actually read the text, you can gain some new wisdom. In Revelation 13:18, what that verse actually says is, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 666. When you translate that verse into the original Greek, there's not an agreement on if it has been translated correctly. Some argue that it's 616, and that actually 666. Well, when you get the message of 616, and this is something that Doreen Virtue speaks on in her teachings of angel numbers, the message of 616 is keep your thoughts positive about your earthly needs, because your thoughts manifest into form. And the other thing I wanted to highlight that she says about 6, I'll share that here, is that 6 refers to materialism, earthly worries, finances. So that's why in a lot of the ancient texts they refer to 6 as the number of man. It deals with the things that we tend to stress about in this realm. But like, the Sermon on the Mount, for example, when you see 6s, it's a reminder to set your intentions upon more spiritual sites instead of worrying about material needs or worrying about the superficial stuff that comes with being human. So 6 is guiding you to stop stressing about your money. It's guiding you to start applying your faith and see more for yourself and know that everything is going to take care of itself. And the more 6s you see, the more abundance you are attracting, the more you'll be guided to kind of pray and ask for spiritual help, support, so you can get back to your highest path. So 6 is a number that integrates. It's a transitional number. It aligns with evolving and growth. It represents getting to the other side. It connects what's above with what is below. And it's the number of reconciliation. So how does all of this relate to the 6-week womb healing intensive, right? Well, when I was birthing, the vision for that, I was in meditation, and I received the message to offer this experience. I said, okay, cool, I can birth that. But 6 and 9 were key numbers that kept showing up for me while I would meditate and gather information on how to create this intensive. And I remember saying in spirit, you mean to tell me that women can literally get free, heal, and break generational strongholds in their lives in 6 weeks? Not only did I clearly hear a yes in my spirit, I heard a hell to the yes in my spirit. And the other message that came was use 9 in the pricing to let every woman subconsciously affirm the manifestation of what those 6 weeks will do. Let me tell you, power people, the power of 6 showed up so profoundly in round 1 of the intensive that we ran out of space. I literally had a waiting list. Women manifested cars, money, love, new careers, businesses. They healed their sexual traumas. They had physical evidence of healing womb imbalances, the release of fibroids, the release of all kinds of things. And I, in that 6-week period, literally just wept at times because I had so much joy and gratitude about what the power of those 6 weeks were doing in women's lives. Listen, it's one thing to unconsciously align with these patterns and universal laws, but something special happens when you become aware of all the different tools you've been given by the universe to be whole. And then you begin to apply those things to your life with intention and purpose. That's when you begin to live at an entirely different level. So the power of 6, these numbers are symbols. It's the universe's way of trying to communicate certain types of messages to you. And that's why I wanted to put it in context for you ladies tonight. But I tell y'all all the time that this movement is powerful, that this 6-week experience is powerful. I'm going to be quiet and let some amazing sisters speak up and chime in on the conversation of how the power of 6 showed up in their life. And these sisters actually went through round 1 of the 6-week womb healing intensive. And so I'm going to start with Nicole Bradley. I'm going to unmute her line. Nicole, you with me, sis?
Hey, Tamar.
Hey, beautiful. So good to hear your voice. I just love and adore you.
I love you as well. I'm crunk because I just finished the womb sauna session, and it was so powerful. I was like, I got to bring it down to the call because I'm crunk.
Well, I always like to turn up. You could bring some of that crunkiness to the space. So share with the sisters what it was like going through that experience for 6 weeks and what it did for your life.
Okay, first I'm going to introduce myself, you guys. Ladies, I'm honored to be on this call with you guys. I'm Nicole Bradley, a wife, a mompreneur, former child and family therapist, and I'm a womb care practitioner and educator specializing in the womb sauna method of vaginal steaming. The name of my company is FRESH. It stands for Feminine Restoration, Education, and Solutions for Women's Health. And my company was birthed out of the need to address the silent epidemic that's happening to women everywhere. There are millions of women suffering in silence unnecessarily. So the 6-week womb intensive addresses that epidemic. Ladies, we need to get back to understanding and honoring our wombs. And that is something that 6 weeks taught me, that we're all birthed from the womb, yet it's the least known part of ourselves. It holds the greatest power that we possess. It's a place that holds a power for deep transformation if you let it. It's our sacred seat of creation, our second heart from which we can manifest anything we want. Powerful. We are the most powerful beings on this planet because of our wombs, and not enough of us are walking in that power. And let me real quick put some things into perspective for y'all before I share my experience. 1 in 8 women suffer from PCOS. 3 in 10 women are diagnosed with fibroids. 1 in 10 couples are infertile. So just hearing those statistics, PCOS is the common cause of infertility, and every 10 minutes, 12 hysterectomies are performed. That's a lot of hysterectomies, and I'm pretty sure most of them are unnecessarily. Hysterectomies are the #1 performed surgery on women in the U.S., and fibroids is the #1 reason. This 6-week intensive is a reason to hop on to avoid stuff like that, because when you release and you learn about your womb, you avoid stuff like that. And the reason why those statistics are the way they are is because we don't understand the way our bodies function, and that's what you'll learn how to do. Therefore, we can't make informed decisions. We look for doctors to fix stuff when doctors practice medicine to treat and not to cure. We have to get to the root of our issues. K-Ma says it all the time. We are powerful enough to heal ourselves. And that's exactly what you'll learn in this 6-week intensive. I loved the group component. It's something about hearing other people's stories. We are each other's reflections. There is healing in group work. I love the weekly focus on the specific topics, the weekly womb meditations, a weekly affirmation to focus on daily, y'all, life life-changing experience. It's intentional. You just go within to heal those broken places. The one-on-one calls were the best for me because they challenged me. Tamar was a mirror for me. She held that thing up. She challenged me, y'all, to look at things from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I made great improvements in my marriage. I had to release some thoughts and actions that were no longer serving me as it related to my marriage. And I did that, and it feels great. Things are wonderful. And you might feel some resistance rise up, but push through it. Look at it from a different perspective. If something doesn't resonate, you don't have to make it your truth. But if it does resonate, push through it, deal with it, cast it down, and let it go. I release some things, learn new things, learn to live from my womb. I'm more connected to my womb. I hear it when she speaks to me. I promise you, you won't be the same person at week 6 that you were at week 1. Get to the root of some of those issues and heal yourself. Learn to live from your womb and walk in your power. And I'm going to leave you ladies with this. If you take care of the womb of your mind, body, spirit, and emotions, they will take care of you. Thanks, Taylor.
Yes. Girl, about the PayPal you are offering, that was so good. I am so grateful you shared your experience. And what's your website for those who want to connect with your movement? Because you're doing powerful things.
My website is ilovebeingfresh.com, and you can find all of my links to social media right on the website. But we're a women's one-stop shop, so check it out if you get an opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you, love, for chiming in. All right, I'm going to have Monica, I'm in your line as well. Monica, you with us there?
I'm here, sweetie.
Hey, beautiful.
How you doing?
I am blessed. It's good to hear your voice as well. Just share with the sisters what the power of those 6 weeks did in your life.
Let me tell you, it's been an amazing experience. When I came here, I was by no means in touch with my womb. Now we have conversations, and she's quite loud to let me know when I'm, off the path.
Mm-hmm.
Being in this program, the 6 weeks, really helps me heal a lot of old stuff that I had thought I had dealt with, things that I had buried and didn't even know was there.
Hold on. I don't want people to miss how powerful what you just said is. You said it helped you heal stuff that you thought you had already healed.
Yep.
That's huge, because I know so many of us think that we're over stuff, but as soon as I ask a woman, well, how did you get over it? They be like, what you mean, how? They did nothing with it. There was no process. So I didn't want people to miss that jewel of what you said. Here you had an awareness, and you thought you were over it, but you really weren't.
Right.
That's powerful. I know so many of us can relate to that. So I just wanted to reinforce that. So I'm sorry. Go ahead with what you were
saying. Oh, you're fine. Everything that she taught during this 6 weeks, I continue to use. For me, my biggest obstacle was dealing with my emotions and my feelings. I could talk myself out of dealing with what was going on in my life, with it'll be better and all the happy, positive talk. But all I did was create blocks for myself. So I find that I continue to use her week 1 of feeling my emotions and feeling what's going on. And the more I use that for myself, the better I am.
Mhm. Yes. And Monica, aren't you creative and doing some things in the marketplace?
I am. I have 2 businesses, actually.
Come on here. You see what happened when you clear stuff out? You get all these beautiful things coming out. Share with us what you're doing.
Well, after doing the workshop with you, I finally just took the leap and I started an online magazine called Crossroads Healing. And it's basically a place where, regardless of what your spiritual belief is, or whether you are into holistic medicine or modern medicine, that you can come and read articles about how other people experience healing, whether it's from a Christian standpoint, a pagan standpoint, whether you're an herbalist, things like that. And I'm currently looking for people to write, for the magazine.
Nice. Nice. So how do they connect with you to learn more about it? And if they want to become a writer, what should they do?
They can go to www.crossroadshealingmag.com, or they can email me.
Okay.
Say again. Or they can email me at crossroadshealingmag@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for just being present on the call tonight and being willing to share your experience. And you said some really profound things that pulled me to just kind of reflecting on how the experience changed my life. Y'all think it was just for y'all, but it really did something to me too. Because having to put together the content for this experience was just deep for me. And like you were saying about week one, just knowing that it's okay to feel what you feel, and it's not that your emotions are bad, but you got to learn how to process them. You got to learn what to do with your emotions. I mean, that was just so life-changing, I think, for everybody. So thank you for highlighting that and sharing with us tonight. I'm so grateful you're here. And y'all check out her website as well. All right, let me move on to Brooke. Are you here? I think this is your line. Did I unmute you correctly? Is this Brooke?
This is me. Hi, Taylor.
Hey, boo. How are you?
I am well. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. Share with the sisters how the power of six has been moving in your life since you completed the intensive.
I continue to transform, and I was actually just this past weekend spending some time just reflecting over some of the quotes and some of the words of wisdom that you shared with me during the 6-week intensive. And I just want to encourage all the women on the line to walk into your destiny. Invest in the 6 weeks. Set a foundation for the rest of your year. I mean, I'm still growing and transforming from my experience. And what it did for me is it called me to a higher level of accountability. It forced me to reevaluate how I have allowed my past to influence my present. And it's forced me to expand my consciousness and to realize that I'm not limited by my past mistakes. I'm not limited by my past thoughts. I'm not limited by my past relationships. None of that really matters. It really gave me a true understanding of now living. And I was really caught in living in the past, but now I understand living in the present, how just in the blink of an eye, I can change my destiny.
I love it. I love it. What would you say was the biggest chain you had to break in the experience, if you don't mind sharing? Like, what was the biggest thing that you were just like, I got to shift this in these 6 weeks, would you say?
I think for me, it was a lot of 1.5 self-pity and realizing that I've been surrounded by abundance my entire life, but I was so caught up in this story of woe is me that I wasn't even acknowledging it. I didn't have a spirit of gratitude, and so a lot of times my blessings would pass me by, and I would self-sabotage and lose my blessings. So I think coming into that now living and not living through experiences of the past, that truly helped me to be more mindful of my blessings, more joyful, more at peace. My life has picked up in momentum. My relationships have gotten better. My relationships have gotten deeper. I'm dating.
What? Oh my God! Wait, you can't do that to me like that. What? That is so juicy. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. You knew I would be excited about that, Brooke. How you just going to drop that on me on the call like that? Congrats. That's awesome.
So it is really, it continues to transform me. The process doesn't stop at the end of the 6 weeks. It's continuous. It's so impactful. And I just think this is one of the most important work that women can do for themselves. And it's worth the investment because that's what it is. I want to be clear about that. This is an investment. It continues to pay off. And that's what investments do. You know, it's not like, you know, an ice cream cone. You eat it and it's gone. No, this is an investment. It continues to live off the interest and off the goodness and off the wisdom and the knowledge that you'll receive during the 6 weeks. So I'm sitting over here. I heard you speak. I'm like, well, I might find out this question.
Well, I'm so grateful. And let me tell you, I promise I didn't pay these sisters to say all these great things. So I'm hearing this feedback, and it's blessing me because I had to be obedient and offer this. And I knew when we were marketing round one, I was clear that it's not for everybody, but for those that it is for, you're going to get what you need. And to hear the feedback is just such a blessing. So, Brooke, I'm so, so grateful that you chimed in. Now, you're a mover and shaker as well, so share with the people some of the things you got going on.
I actually have 2 businesses. The first business is up and fully running, and it's called Psyche Alchemist, and that's TSCYHC Alchemist.com, and I provide Akashic record readings as well as Reiki sessions. And then my second business is Front Door Toner, and I'm working on having that launch, and that's actually a toner business. So
I love it. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Y'all better check out Brooke. She got some powerful services as well. So thank you for chiming in. We got one more sister who wanted to share with y'all. Is Linda Yerby on the line? If so, hit *6 to unmute. Look at the irony of that, *6 to unmute yourself. I don't see her on our call log. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. So, ladies, again, thank all of you for sharing. And I hope y'all were blessed by hearing other sisters share. Again, I know that I talk a lot about the impact of some of the things that are going on, but I think it was beneficial for you to hear from people who actually have gone through it for themselves. So I want you to know that everything they're sharing and telling you they experience is connected to their yes. Doors open with your yeses. Unexpected blessings and miracles and divine provisions get released to you when you activate by saying yes. So those of you, who've not tapped into the power of 6, I hope some of the information I shared about the numerical, value of 6 and some of the meanings of that. 6 is a transitional number. It aligns with growth and evolving. It gets you to the other side. I'm calling you to action. I'm calling you to take on a psychology tonight that says from the time I hang up from this call, I'm going to walk in the truth that there are no limitations and there are no obstacles in my life. I'm calling on your faith. I'm calling you to commit to a major transformation in your life by taking some type of tangible, measurable action. Because it's one thing to say I'm changing, I'm growing, but how many of us can be honest and say that we've caught ourselves not really doing anything about what we know we need to shift, not really taking action, right? I am offering just one way. Doesn't have to be your way, but this is an opportunity for you to have tangible, measurable action for your faith that I am limitless. I am powerful beyond measure. And whatever you see for yourself is what you can have. So just to give you our opportunity to pull up the registration, you go to theroomsauna.com, go to our event tab, you'll see register for an upcoming event, and click on the 6-week intensive, and that's how you can go ahead and sign up for this experience. I want to just give you an overview of it, and then I'm going to open up the call so we can dialogue. I can answer your questions. What's included are daily womb meditations. We go over some nutritional coaching in your one-on-ones with me. There's weekly virtual soul development gatherings where I bring in some powerful, powerful women, and you also get to connect with other sisters who are in the intensive making moves in their lives. You get a digital handbook for all of the program content. You get 3 one-on-one coaching sessions with me. And like Nicole was saying, that was so powerful for her. That's when I dig into your stuff. I get all up in the back of your closet and shake things up so you can clear that stuff out. And then you get to connect, you know, with our online community of women. So what's been beautiful about this experience is friendships, new relationships, sisterhood was created. From the women interacting with each other. I started seeing pictures on Facebook with them hanging out and stuff. I was getting a little jealous, and so I was like, I need to start working so hard and go play with the sisters in the intensive because they were just connecting so beautifully and powerfully. It was beautiful to see. And so, yes, this is all part of the experience. The program outline is I teach you about the portals that are within your womb to help you understand how to use the energy of all of these different portals in your womb to heal and get to the next level. So week 1, we go over the portal of the second heart, which is the reproductive system in the womb. Week 2, we go into the portal of safety and security. That's where we talk about the breast and what I teach, the internal and external vagina. Week 3, we go into the portal of expansiveness and abundance, which aligns with your uterus. Week 4, we go to the portal of ancestral power, which are your ovaries. Week 5, we go to the portal of oneness, which is the fallopian tubes. And week 6, we wrap it up with the portal of self-identity and pleasure, which is where we get into sexuality, fertility, and I teach about the Immaculate Conception. So that's the outline. When you register, ladies, you have to do so with intention. So from the gate, you have to decide what you are ready to manifest in your life. So you'll see a section on the registration form asking you what you're ready to manifest during this experience. And again, if you can see it, believe it, and match that belief with tangible, measurable action, you absolutely will experience it. Absolutely. So I just wanted to encourage you and call you to action. Again, this is all about you. What are you ready to do to get yourself to the next level? How do you want to leverage the power of 6 in your life? So this is the space in our call where we can dialogue. I want to take your questions. If you have comments, feedback, anything else you want to share, you can hit *6 to unmute yourself. I want to hear from you. What has this information made you think about, activated in you? If you want to just unmute and say, I'm saying yes, Tama, or if you have questions, this is the space for you that I wanted to hold for the rest of the call. So who wants to chime in on our conversation about the power of 6? It's *6 to unmute yourself.
Hey, Mom.
Yes.
Hey, it's Brooke. I just want to say one more thing. Those meditations that you do each week, I still use some of those. They are truly powerful. And there was the one meditation where you had us working with our chakra system. And, I mean, that is still, to this day, probably my favorite meditation. And I've done a lot of meditations.
Oh, wow. I'm so grateful to hear that. See, it's some jewels in there. And we have fun, too, ladies. I don't want you to think that it's real deep and overwhelming. It's a lot of fun stuff that happens in this intensive, too. We get to twerking and all kinds of stuff. So, Brooke, thanks for sharing that as well. Anyone else have any questions, any feedback, anything you want to say before we wrap things up? And again, you hit *6 to unmute. All right, so it sounds like we are complete. That means we'll be in a little bit early tonight. So what a blessing. I want all of you to know that I love you, adore you. I want you to take a deep breath, wrap your arms around yourself, and say there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. I am whole. I am complete. I am safe. I am blessed. I am abundant. That's the truth of who you are. So now when you leave this call, when you leave this space, you need to see the evidence of your truth and your behavior. It's time for you to start walking in that truth, that everything you just spoke over yourself is true. And I'm hoping that you bring that vibration to the intensive. If you are in one of these communities connected to Womb Sauna, you get discounts. So if you are an existing Womb Sauna client of mine and you've received a vaginal steam treatment from me, you should have received an email with a promo code for the intensive. If you went through round one, there's a promo code for you as well that's in our online community forum. And if you are a certified Womb Sauna practitioner, you also get a financial incentive to take this intensive as well. If you have not seen the emails with those promo codes, feel free to give me a call. February 28th is our go day. When we launch, we close enrollment because we keep it sacred that way. We don't have people come in at week 3 and any of that. All of the sisters flow together in oneness at the same rhythm and pace. So you have until the 27th, the day before we launch, to secure your enrollment. And if you feel financially challenged, then that's when you need to start leveraging the power of 6 in your faith. You need to start declaring that if this is for me and I want it, I can have it. Because, again, it's whatever you see for yourself is what you experience. So get beyond the mindset of lack. And like Brooke was sharing, it is an investment that pays for the rest of your life. And so money is not too hard for the universe. It's our mentality about it that keeps us from accessing what we need. So I encourage you to leave this space feeling empowered and inspired. I'm grateful that you joined us. Like I said, the recording will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and I will also send out an email with the link to it so you can all have access to it. Peace and blessings. I love you. I adore you. Again, to register, you go to thewombsauna.com, check out our event tab, and register for the upcoming intensive. Have a good night, everyone.